Hi, beach friends. Today we're headed over to Sanibel. You see the lighthouse there in the background? The last time we were over in Sanibel, we were actually over by the lighthouse. It was quite chilly, and honestly, it wasn't that much fun. So today is going to be much warmer, much more pleasant, at least for me. And here we are at Bowman's Beach. I remember the first time I came here, I kept reading about Bowman's and they had all the best shells. I found nothing. However, I've now been down here for about a year and a half. I'm still learning, but I have found that practice definitely helps if you know what you're looking for. So I'm going to take you along with me. We're going to find a bunch of good stuff. So let's go to the beach. So here we are over at Bowman's Beach on a particularly beautiful morning. I normally hit the beach and go straight for the water, but other than that, I normally also at this beach go north and I head up to Blind Pass. But today we are going to head south because we just haven't done that all that much and I want to see what's there. So it looks like we're going to have some pretty good luck. I have to traverse this giant shell pile before I even get to the water. It's a balmy 69 degrees out, so I'm not freezing. Super happy. Maybe got a long sleeve shirt on, but I've got my shorts and I'm definitely going to try to be in the water. Let's see what we can find. So it doesn't look like there's all that much going on, but managed to pick up this little kitten paw that looked like it had to repair itself at some point. It's got like that extra ridge going on. And a little orange scallop, because I love the orange. It's a cute little guy, nice bright color. Ooh, and another one. And that is a calico scallop. Isn't that pretty? It's got beautiful markings. Happy with that guy. And a shark eye. All right, he's in pretty good shape. He's not too beat up. Nobody drilled a hole in him, so we're going to definitely take that guy home. All right, now here's a guy that is always on the beach, and I never pick these up. That's a ponderous arc, and they're literally everywhere. I mean, they're always around, so I figured we better add that to our repertoire. Make sure we know what all the different shells are. Here's a really cool, I don't find this often. This is a corrugate jewel box. It's kind of neat. I definitely don't find those all the time, so it's kind of cool. Oh, this is a piece of a horse conch. How you tease me. Yeah, it's just a piece. They're here, but it's all I'm getting. Right now, anyway. There's another scallop. And another scallop. If you like these scallops, of all the beaches I go to, Sanibel definitely has the best scallops. They will always provide you with those pretty calico scallops. And that's another kitten paw, which is completely white. And I saw a bunch of those today, which I thought was just a little weird. All right, here's one with color. So that's what a quote-unquote normal kitten paw will look like. It will have a little bit of that orange color going on. And here's another one of those white ones. Kind of weird, right? Now, someone recently asked me, what's the difference between a kitten paw and a lion's paw? And I do find a piece of a lion's paw on this day. So a little bit later, I'll be able to show you what the difference is between the kitten paw and the lion paw, at least by a piece of the lion's paw. Here we have another. Well, he's broken. That is a calico scallop, though. And so is this one. Funny how the colors are all very different and they're just lovely. And another, ooh. Oh, he's got that sunbeam thing. Let's wash him off. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I know it's kind of damaged, like he might have needed to repair himself, but the color is just gorgeous. And another. Let's look at the color on this guy. Ooh. Pink and white. They're like snowflakes. No two are alike. Here's another one. It's a pink and white variety. Here's a bay scallop. Looks like it probably was buried and picked up some of that sand color, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to definitely keep that guy. And look at the color on this one. Oh, it's so pretty. It's another calico scallop. Lots of purples. And this I thought was kind of weird. It reminded me of like one of those brain teasers where you have like the bent nails and you have to get them apart. I just thought that was kind of cool. So we got a worm snail with an arc just kind of already put together. And I thought it was weird and I really liked it. So that's something I kept. Okay, here we have a quahog. Now, you spell this Quahog, but you pronounce it quahog. Apparently, I have been pronouncing it wrong all this time, so that is a quahog, not a quahog. And this is another one of those calico scallops. Kind of got that sunbeam pattern going on. Very cool. See the arcs all over the place? And this guy, that's a coquina. They have the most beautiful color. The most beautiful colored shells are the coquinas, and they're usually about that size. They don't get much bigger, but man, the colors are pretty. And here's another kitten's paw, and that one's got almost all orange on it. But you see how it kind of looks like a foot, hand, kitten type thing? That's where it gets its name. A big old broken angel wing. That's too bad. But they are somewhat fragile, so... Oh, a seraph. Okay, that's kind of neat. I'll keep that guy. Ooh, an alphabet cone. All right, he's not perfect, but still really cool find. I definitely like finding the cones. Very, very cool. And an olive. I was afraid I wasn't going to find one, but yeah, we got ourselves a little lettered olive. And, okay, a broad-ribbed cardita. These also are generally all over the place. Another kitten paw. Man, why couldn't I find lion paws the way I find kitten paws? Just doesn't work like that. And another cone. All right, looks like a bristle worm or something got a hold of that because he's got some gouges in it. But that is an alphabet cone. And I'm going to keep it. And another lettered olive. Woohoo! Little piece of shell jammed in there, which is normally the case, but he is a fine little olive. What else we got? Looks like a lightning whelk. I'll wash that off. Well, that was convenient. Yeah. That is a fine lightning whelk. Nice color. Not too beat up. Oh, here's another one. Oh well. All right, it was half a piece of a lightning whelk. Not enough to keep. And an olive. Right on. Of course, he's got those shells in there. So here was the morning. We are walking. Well, I guess it's not actually south. It's probably east. But we are walking away from Blind Pass, and we are walking toward the lighthouse from Bowman's. Here we have a little jingle. It's a fine, shiny little guy of the gray variety. They come in all sorts of different colors. Another lightning whelk. Just a little guy. Those guys are one of the shells that look the same, whether they're juveniles or medium size. They always at least look the same. They're just kind of like smaller versions of themselves. Some of these other shells, though, they don't look anything. The juveniles and the adults don't look a thing alike. So it looks like I wanted to take a peek at this pile here just to see what might be hanging out here. You never know. Lots of those arcs. And a little calico scallop. They just kind of stick out because of their color compared to all these other light colored guys. Tons of stuff. And calico. Aw, he's seen better days. See what else is in here. And even though sometimes someone has gone through the pile, you just never know. I'm going to show you something real funny toward the end. People totally passed an awesome shell. There's another one of those arcs. And another. They're just everywhere. And one of those broad rib carditas. So those are the common shells, and that's usually typically what those shell piles look like. That is a piece of a lion's paw. So imagine that full. It's not obviously just, it's almost got like knuckles to it. If you kind of see the bumps on those ridges. So that is a piece of a lion's paw. And here we have a channeled duck clam. Those are kind of cool, also known as a sailor's ear. They're rather delicate little guys. Well, they're not that little actually, but I don't know. Recently I just kind of discovered them and now I see them all the time. Here's a little hinged disc docinia. Or is it? Or is that a buttercup lucine that just isn't? What do you guys think? I think that might have been a buttercup with not that much color. That is a calico scallop. Cool how the two sides are different. I love that. Here's light, and then the other side's got all the color. I like it. All right, so let's do a little check-in. So it is about 71 degrees out. So it's nice and temperate. And at this point, I've walked a little over 2 miles. So I don't mess around with, when I go out, and I'm not, especially if I'm not really finding anything, you just keep walking. Just keep walking. Cover as much beach as you can. Look at this guy. That is a sawtooth pen shell. It is massive. This huge pen shell. And then we have a little guy. That's a smaller version of that shell. And I've heard that horse conchs can be found where you find the pen shells. So maybe one day. The pen shells are my friend though. They're going to lead me to a big old horse conch. Here we have a little Florida fighting conch. It's a little guy. They don't look all that much like their adult versions. And here we have a scallop with all sorts of barnacles on it. So we're going to just kind of check it out and leave it for somebody else. And here we definitely have a buttercup lucine. Look at that. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Love that buttery color. So pretty. So that is buttercup lucine. And here is a disc docinia. A hinged disc docinia. I like those guys too. They're not as fancy as some of the other gastropods, but they're kind of cool. Here's another buttercup. Yep. Buttercup lucine. So pretty. Looks like that one guy, looks like his demise was probably he was snacked on. So another snail drilled a hole in him, and it looks like he's got like a little bit of a beveled hole going on there. So that was probably the demise of that guy. Here's another calico scallop. Kind of cool. Ooh, and a calico clam. Those are fun guys. They will look different but the same. Sometimes they're darker, sometimes they're lighter. That kind of stuff drives me crazy, but that was a calico clam. Here we have a jingle of the gray shiny variety and a turkey wing. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I love that straight hinge that they have. I think that it's like really straight. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, hello little short-spined urchin. What are you doing on your side, hanging out on the beach? Oh, he's got himself a little shell, so we're gonna put him back. Isn't he cute? Well, he still has a chance. These guys are algae eaters. Perfectly safe to handle for all intent and purposes. Wouldn't step on it. So we're gonna dig him a little hole and get him back in the water. Here's another calico scallop. And, oh cool, something different. All right, here we have a chestnut turban. I like these guys because they're all like beaded. He does have a little chip in him, but still, nice find. All right, looks like I'm gonna explore some of this little shell pile. And look at, we got ourselves another scallop that's been discolored. I like those. They all kind of come out that blue-gray color. And a shark. Oh. No, I got tricked. That's a top of a shark eye. Oh, well. Ooh, Florida fighting conch. Yay! And it's all, look at that, it's all purple on the inside. I've heard that's kind of rare, so I'm definitely going to keep that guy. So we definitely got some shells getting pushed in at this point. I did come here because of low tide, and the tide is coming in. And it looks like the shellers are also coming in, but oh, look how pretty. And there's plenty of shells, so I don't think anyone's going to go home disappointed. Definitely plenty of scallops. And another one of those sailor's ear, those channeled duck clam. And the Distocenia. Sometimes they're just, oh, and another channel duck clam and Distocenia. It looks like there's a slipper in there too. Yep, I'm digging these guys. So when you see that, that is a channeled duck clam. And there's another Distocenia. Tons of arcs. Tons of scallops. Maybe not tons, but we got ourselves some olives. Nice shiny pointy guy, my favorite. And another calico scallop with some stuff on it. I'm gonna keep it anyway. See if I can get that stuff off. Looks like I was going for, okay, a broken scallop. What about this guy? Oh man, he's very bright and he's got some like carrier shell stuff on him. I'm gonna keep it anyway, just in case I can pick that stuff off. Here's another guy. Oh, that's pretty. Oh man. Yep, color on that guy was nice. Oh, here's another one. Look at that, just sitting there. Oh, gorgeous. Very pretty purple and white scallop. And another. Yep, he's got some cool markings too. Again, like the snowflakes, no two are alike. I love it. And another. With a little shell, yeah. Nope, he's good. So I'm still marching away, hoping I'm gonna find something good to share with you guys. Not many critters on Sanibel. Those I usually find over in Fort Myers, but tons of shells, like this rough scallop. He's real pretty. And here we have a calico scallop. It's a fine looking shell. Aww. And a piece of an apple murex with a shell jammed in there. So that's what the inside of an apple murex looks like. Neat. I think this is a piece of mussel, but I was really kind of taken by those coral colors. I haven't seen that before, so I figured I'd pick that up. Another olive. A lettered olive. It's a swell little guy. Ooh, look at the color on that one. I probably picked him out of the water and didn't have time to show you. Sometimes I gotta choose between grabbing the shell and getting the shot, so. Gorgeous, gorgeous location. Lots of shells. Lots of beachy goodness to go through. And like I said, sometimes even this pile has definitely been picked through. You can kind of see. But it definitely doesn't hurt to just take a minute, kind of pick through, just in case there's something that somebody else might have passed by. All right, looks like at this point the tide is coming in. Hopefully it's going to push some stuff back onto the beach for us. That's always a bonus. And an olive. Okay, I'll take that. I like those olives. That works for me. Cool little guy. Now check this out. People have been walking all over the place. You see all those feet prints. And look at this. They missed this awesome flat. What? Yup. So you just never know. I keep walking, keep looking. Even if people have been there, sometimes a goodie will be sitting right there. So still marching. Let's do a check-in. All right, I've gone 4.39 miles at this point. And again, I did come here because of low tide. Temperatures warmed up to a delightful 74. So I am one happy camper. Got myself a little jewel box. Not quite so spiny. That is technically a spiny jewel box. And another one of those coquinas. Look at the color on this guy. Isn't that beautiful? They're all different purples and yellows, and oh, they're just gorgeous. So that is a little coquina. And that is a crown conch. That has lost its top, it's lost its points, but you can still identify it. So that is a little crown conch. And couldn't resist picking up this little orange guy, another little rough scallop. He's little, but he's pretty. And then here we have a yellow prickly cockle. It is very aptly named since it is so yellow. One last beach shot before we head off and look at our big haul. We'll just take a quick peek at these little terns and other seabirds. They're happy. Looks like I've probably gonna round it up with a 6-mile walk, and these are all the goodies we found. Not too terrible. I got some scallops because Sanibel always has the scallops. I kept only 2 of those channeled duck clams, a calico scallop, a hinged distocenia, 2 of those cones, which was very cool. The buttercup lucines, that flat, and the piece of lion's paw, very cool. The lightning whelk, the Florida fighting conch, the olives, the scallops, and that cool, I don't know what you want to call that, brain teaser type thing. So it was a gorgeous day for a walk. It was super fun. Found some pretty cool stuff. Next week, we're headed to Captiva. So we'll head back up there and see what kind of goodies we find. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.